A bank is not where your money stays safe. A bank is where your money goes to die. They told you, save for a rainy day. Cash is king. That is a lie invented by those who print money, for those who work for it. Right now, as you watch this video, your savings are melting. Not physically, but their purchasing power is vanishing. Let's do the math. Your bank gives you 0.01% interest. Real inflation is 7%. Taxes take another cut. The mathematical result: you lose 3 to 4% of your wealth every single year just by trying to save it. You aren't standing still. You're moving backwards. This is called the silent heist. And today, we stop being victims. We become the robbers. There are two types of people: those who hoard currency and those who own assets. The system is designed to destroy the first group and enrich the second. Governments print money. They can print $1 trillion overnight. But they cannot print a house. They cannot print Apple shares. They cannot print Bitcoin. When new currency is printed, asset prices rise. If you don't own assets, you get poorer. If you do own assets, inflation makes you richer. Your mission number 1, get rid of cash. As soon as a dollar hits your hand, it starts to rot. You must immediately turn it into a soldier. Every dollar is a mercenary. If it sits under your mattress, it is a deserter. If it is deployed into the S&P 500, it is on the front lines, capturing new territory for you. Today, I will give you the protocol, a precise instruction manual on where to deploy your soldiers so they don't die, but multiply. Before we attack, we need defense. You need an emergency fund, but not in a standard checking account earning 0.01%. That is an insult. Tool number 1, High Yield Savings Account, HYSA, or money market funds. It is the same money, same 24/7 access, but they pay you 4 to 5% risk-free. Why doesn't your regular bank pay you this? Because they think you are an idiot. They take your money, invest it at 5%, and give you 0.1%. It is called arbitrage, and banks do it to you every day. Stop gifting them your profit. Move your safety net to treasuries or a HYSA. Right now. Warning: this is not investing. This is just protection against melting. It is a bulletproof vest, not a machine gun. To start earning, we need to embrace risk. Stop trying to find the next Tesla. You are not Warren Buffett. You are not a Congress insider. Statistics say 90% of professional fund managers lose to the market over a 10-year period. If the pros can't do it, why are you trying? You don't need to find the needle in the haystack. You need to buy the whole haystack. Tool number 2, the S&P 500 Index. It is not stocks. It is a bet on the 500 largest, greediest, most innovative companies in America. It is a bet that humanity will continue to consume and corporations will continue to optimize profits. The S&P 500 has a killer feature: self-cleansing. If a company starts to die, like Nokia or Kodak, it is kicked out of the index and replaced by a new rising star. You don't have to do anything. The system updates your portfolio for you. It is the only bet in the casino that historically always wins, if you are willing to wait long enough. Wars, crises, pandemics. The index survived it all and always returned to new highs. But then your brain kicks in. What if it's too expensive now? What if the market crashes tomorrow? Trying to guess the entry point, market timing, is financial suicide. To win, you must turn off your emotions. You must become a robot. Strategy number 3, DCA, dollar cost averaging. The rule is simple. You buy the same amount, on the same day, every month. It doesn't matter what's on the news. It doesn't matter if World War III started. You just buy. When the market crashes, you celebrate because you buy cheaper. When the market rises, you celebrate because your portfolio grows. DCA turns volatility from an enemy into an ally. But price growth is only half the game. The real cheat code is when you get paid just for owning. Dividends. Imagine owning a tiny piece of McDonald's. Every time someone in the world buys a Big Mac, a fraction of that profit drops into your account. You don't have to work there. You are the owner. This isn't fast money. At first it will be pennies. But if you reinvest those pennies back, Dripe, the most powerful force in the universe kicks in. Compound interest. Your ultimate goal, the day your dividends cover your basic living expenses. That is the day you can officially fire your boss. That is your Independence Day. Now let's add some spice. Bitcoin. Many call it a casino. I call it insurance against idiots. It is insurance in case central banks break the money printer completely. It is the only thing that cannot be printed, cannot be confiscated, if you hold the keys, and cannot be stopped. It is digital gold for a generation that doesn't trust banks. This is an asymmetric bet. If Bitcoin goes to zero, you lose 1 to 5% of your portfolio, if you aren't a greedy fool. But if it replaces gold, you multiply your capital 10 times or 20 times. Risk is capped. Profit is not. The math is simple. 21 million coins versus an infinite amount of dollars. Scarcity always beats abundance. Allocate 1% to 5%. No more, no less. Real estate. Everyone loves real estate. But nobody loves fixing toilets for tenants at 2 a.m. or paying property taxes. The system hack. REITs, real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own hundreds of skyscrapers, hospitals, and data centers. You buy their stock, and by law, they must pay out 90% of their taxable income to you. You become the landlord for Amazon and Walmart. They pay rent to the fund. The fund pays you. No realtors, no mortgages. Start with $100. This is your concrete foundation. While hipsters trade monkey pictures, you collect real rent from real buildings. Now let's assemble the Frankenstein. The perfect portfolio isn't all in Tesla. It is a balance of forces. Here's an example of an all-weather portfolio. 50% S&P 500, growth. 20% REITs, cash flow. 20% bonds/cash, safety. 10% Bitcoin, chaos hedge. When stocks fall, bonds rise. When the dollar falls, Bitcoin rises. When everything falls, real estate pays rent. No matter what happens in the world, you survive. You are no longer a passenger. You built an ark. But the ark has one enemy we haven't discussed. Taxes. You can be a genius investor, but if you carry water in a bucket full of holes, you will stay dry. The holes are taxes. It is your #1 expense in life. More than food, more than housing. The wealthy don't pay taxes like you do. They use tax shells. In the US, it's a Roth IRA or 401k. In the UK, it's an ISA. The concept is the same. The government gives you a legal container. Everything that grows inside this container is tax-free. You don't pay tax on dividends. You don't pay tax on capital gains. Before buying your first stock, open the right account. Put your unkillable portfolio inside this armor. This will increase your final wealth by 30 to 40% over 20 years, just by pure math. The biggest enemy of your wealth is not the market and not taxes. It is you, your emotions, Your fear. Your greed. If you have to manually click buy every month, one day you won't. The solution. Remove yourself from the equation. Set up auto-pay. Paycheck hits on the first. On the second, money automatically flies to your brokerage. On the third, it automatically buys assets. You shouldn't even see this money. You shouldn't make decisions. Make wealth the default setting, and poverty an option you have to manually select. Why are we doing all this? To buy a Lamborghini? No. We are doing this to buy sovereignty. When you own assets, you stop being a cog in the machine. You stop fearing being fired. You stop tolerating disrespect. Money is just compressed energy that gives you a voice in your own destiny. The system is designed for you to be a currency saver. Poor. Hack the code. Become an asset owner. Free. Protocol loaded. Tools are in your hands. The next move is yours.